So Archangel Michael just put a cloak on me. And Archangel Michael, what is this cloak for? Is this to prevent my signal from being read, or is this for nutrients? It's actually for both. Aha. Okay. And the Sophia dragons are coming with us? Yes, they are. So Guillee Blue and the Sophia dragons are coming along as well. That makes me wonder if we're going to a spy mission. I was asked to start the recording now. So we just went in between. Dragons flip and go in between time and space to come out at another point of arrival. It's crucial that they have there we go. We're coming out. It's crucial that they have a point of reference in time to come back to. Otherwise, you can get lost between. It's not something to play with. You have to know where you're going. And dragon riders who get hit in the field in a fight and they go between, they get lost because they don't have a point to come back to. So, we have come out. Guillee, where are we? Are we in space? I can't determine the energy field that we just came out in. No, Karen. It's like we're in a black void. Yes. And where is that black void? You'll see. Huh. Okay, well, this is another new experience. Sort of reminds me when we went to that planet that was destroyed by a virus.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was
scary.
But then the plants were coming back, if I remember right. So
coming
back.
Well, that's what they think. Okay, hang on, Mark.
Yes.
Guillee, it's like we're in between time right now. And that's scary. But I don't feel like I'm losing consciousness, which happens when you're in between time and space. So, are we in a portal? It's like this black hole. We're just in a void. There's no light, no stars, no nebulous around us, nothing. Are we in a planet? No. The time-space continuum. So we're in between dimensions. Yes. Oh, that weirds me out too. Hi. Okay. Where are the other dragons? I don't see them around us. They went on. Are we waiting for a shuttle? It's not good to have dead airspace here, Guillee. Come on, we need to have something going on here. She's very focused. I can feel her focused. Are you waiting for... Oh, there we go. We're moving. I think she was waiting for a point in time. Like the right time to move. It's almost like she was waiting for a signal. For those who've never been a dragon rider and haven't read the books about the dragons of Pern, P-E-R-N, if you want to learn more about dragons, I truly believe that that's a documentary series. Dragons and their riders communicate telepathically. So there's times when I can literally hear her thinking. Not always. She blocks it a lot. But in that moment, I could hear her. Okay, now it's like we're on a spinning, again, we're in pitch black, but I feel like I'm on a revolving floor kind of thing. You know when you go to those buildings and the top of the floor has the revolving restaurant? That's kind of what it feels like at the moment. Not fast, super slow move. Are we waiting for another synchronistic point to get off of this? Yes. Okay. Wow, guys. This is another new one on me. 15 years of doing this work and they can still show me things I've never seen before. But then, silly me, it's an infinite multiversal quantum space. So, of course, there's things I've never seen before. Sometimes you don't even know how to put it into words. It's so unique to our experience. We can get off now. What? What? A door just opened. We're walking through. We're in a world that is, oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious, what? This was the weirdest thing. We just went through a door into a jungle. It's like a jungle? Or is it a rainforest? Really, where are we? Oh, guys, I'm lost. I have a clue where I am at the moment. We're just standing in like bushes, like not bushes, ferns. They're ferns, just leafy ferns. Where in the blazes did the other dragons go? This is so wild. I'm sorry, I don't have more to share at this moment. I'm trying to keep, I want to keep talking, so you're not just hanging in silent air. There's a bird that just flew over, but it's almost like there's a wall of high grass in front of us. I can't even see beyond it. I can see up in the sky. I can see trees next to us, but then it's just all greenery in front of us. Now, Guillee's head is above it. Guillee, can you see anything? Yes, I am waiting. Are we waiting for someone to meet us? Yes, we are. What world are we in? Let's maybe try to clarify that right now. What world is this? It is a dimension within our dimension. Okay. So sort of like, I almost wondered if we were going back to the elf kingdom, but we get there a different way. Is this the fairy kingdom? No, it is not. It is elemental. Aha. It's the, can you show me an image of the beings that are here? Oh, good God. Is that what I think it is? These are dinosaurs? Yes. What the? We're in a world of dinosaurs. Yes, Karen. Why? Why did we come to a world of dinosaurs? I've never been a fan of dinosaurs. Why did we need to come to dinosaurs? You will see. Oh dear. Okay. Can they see you? Are dragons a relative or a part of the same species as dinosaurs? No. We are a separate species from them. Okay. All right. You didn't sound happy about being the same species, so can you explain that to me? Do you not have a regard for dinosaurs? Or feel good about them? They had a place and a purpose, but they needed to be removed from Earth. It was not their original planet. So they were brought to Earth. Yes. Yes. They were brought by the giants. Okay. And when the giants and the dinosaurs were removed from the planet? Yes. Because they were destroying it. Okay, and brought to this dimension. Why a dimension within our dimension? Why not just another planet? They could have gone to a different planet. Weren't they from Maldak when that was destroyed? The planet that became the asteroid belt when it was destroyed and blown up? No, actually, they were brought before the planet was destroyed. Again, it was part of the genetic farming where they would bring species to different planets and try to put their species there. So who did that? Did the Dracos do that? Did the reptilians do that? It was a mixture of beings, but it was also the progenitors. I can't come up with that word. The progenitor race. It's something like that. That wanted to experiment and put them elsewhere. Okay. All right. And I come back to my question, why? Why are we here? You will see. Oh, Lordy. I can't see anything. I'm behind grass. Okay. And the clock's ticking on the recording, so we need to come up with something really soon so we don't lose everybody's attention here. Hello. I am here to greet you. Is he talking to you, Guillee, or me? Both of us. You should answer, though. Hello, namaste. I am looking at one of those huge dinosaurs. Thankfully, the herbivores. The really long ones that were kind of oval shaped with huge long necks that ate plant life. So, fortunately, I like those kinds. I always like those. The kind that was on, Fred Flintstone. And they had them at work. That kind. They're nice ones. Namaste. Thank you for meeting us. Can you tell me your name? How do we address you? You can call me Silvor. Silvor? Silva. Silva. Silvor, Silva. How do you spell your name? Slyver. Silver. Silvor. It's sort of a, yeah. Okay. Silva. Silver. Silver. Silver will work. Okay, great. Thank you. And what am I here to learn? What wisdom do you want to update us with and provide to the surface humans right now? Excuse me, what do you need us to know? Come with me. Guillee, are you staying here? Yes, I am. Oh, okay. All right. Where's the Andromeda Council? Where are they? I will take you to them. All right. Oh. I am getting on his back, like around his neck. I think you can all hear that I'm not necessarily comfortable with this idea. I'm not comfortable with being in another dimension and not having the Andromeda Council guides with me at the moment, or Guillee. We are moving off through a field, and there's birds flying over top. Silver, am I safe here? That is why you're cloaked. They cannot see your energy. Or yes, they would swipe you off of me. Thank you, cloak. Thank you, cloak. Thank you, cloak. I'm holding on to that cloak. Okay. We are moving very slowly through a field. It looks like pictures you've all seen with these beings eating in a meadow, plain area. And there are others that are just chomping away on the grasses. But there's a huge, like, rafter-type bird flying overhead. And everything in this world just looks bigger than what we're used to. Like, the flowers are huge. There's huge sunflowers. And everything is bigger. The grass is bigger. The trees are bigger. The leaves are bigger. Yeah, and they have to be bigger. We are a much bigger species than what you have on your planet. If you had this large of plant life on your planet, you would lose 3/4 of the species in size. These would just overpower them. You have so many small species in your dimension. Okay. Do you remember planet Earth? Do you remember from your ancestral knowledge that you were there at some point? Yes, we have memories. We also have memories of the catastrophe that happened that wiped us all out. Except for the few that were brought here to recreate and co-create a new world. Who brought you here? You will see. Okay. There's a lot that's coming that we're going to see, guys. So we are still. Oh, Silva is picking up the pace now. We're running. This is not natural for you, is it? We run away from predators. But no, I usually go much slower than this. They are waiting for you. Oh, Mark, I look forward to knowing who's waiting for us.
Yeah, most definitely. I can see everything like you're describing. Everything is enormous.
Oh wait, is that what's ahead of us? What is that? Is that a city or a village? No. Is it some kind of a station, almost like a space station, observatory, laboratory? Yes, all of those. So it's a space station, laboratory, and what was the third thing I said? Space station, laboratory, observatory. Yes, Karen. Has that been here since the beginning for all of you? It has. Yes, these are the ones who brought us here to this dimension. These are the beings. It doesn't look that big. It doesn't look like it's the size that progenitors would live in, like the huge giant beings that were on Earth at one point. It doesn't look like that. No, it is not those beings. Okay. Okay. We are coming up to a gate. But it almost looks hobbit size. It doesn't look big. It does not look big or tall or like a large size being would be here. Oh, Silva is sliding me off. Thank you. Oh, wow. The skin is so soft. It's softer than almost like a suede material, like the micro suede material. That's what Silva's skin feels like. It's so soft. And it's not hot to the touch. It's just very warm, almost lukewarm feeling. I'm petting him. Thank you so much. Oh, I get a hug. Yay. Oh, such a sweet, sweet, sweet being. These types of dinosaurs are so sweet. There's just such a gentle peacefulness about them. They're a peaceful giant almost. It's just wonderful. It's been a joy to meet you. Likewise. Very rare to meet a human. I really was honored to be chosen to bring you here. Thank you, Silva. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh, Galilee, I am so happy to see you. Hello, namaste. Hello, Kari. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Philip, hello. So, what is this about? Come with us. Phew. Hello, Mark.
Namaste, everyone. Namaste, everyone. Love you all.
Namaste to you too. Okay. We're in another really dark tunnel. Okay. Yes, everyone, I'm still weirded out by being in the dark. Dark is not something that's comfortable for me at all. Even when I'm with friends. Corey just put her hand on the wall and it lit up. Yay! Okay, I'm putting my hand all along the wall like a little kid. I'm going to just keep touching the wall and it lights up. Yay! Oh, I like this. Yay. It lights up. So it's that plant that's like a luminescent plant that's in some of the tunnels we've been in. Oh, excuse me. Different energy here, that's for sure. Oof. Very different energy in here. This is small. I mean, we're just fitting in. Guys, I'm only 5'2". There's not a lot of room around us. It expands for whoever walks in it, Karen. Really, Kari? Yes. It expands in size. If a dinosaur wanted to come through here, it could. Wow. It's a sentient, tubular structure that adjusts for whoever enters it. Oh my goodness gracious. You asked for light, it gave you light. Whoa. Wow. So this isn't AI. This is a living conscious being, correct? Yes, correct. Way cool. Oh my goodness gracious, this is cool. And when you touch it, guys, it's almost like seeing a neuron light up in a brain. Like that's the kind of, it's all fibrous and there's these neurons like that are lighting up as I touch it. Does it mind being touched this much? Oh, I just heard it say no. Thank you for asking. Telepathically heard that, guys. Telepathically. Wow. This is a completely different experience from anything else that I've had. I'm so glad that I shared it with you from the beginning. No wonder they told me to start the recording early. Okay. We just turned a corner. How long is this thing? We're almost through it, Karen Galilee is saying. We're walking very slowly. It's like we're walking on very soft plant life. Like you're being very careful to not hurt something because it's soft and it's kind of mushy and moves. Like you're walking on a thick moss. That's the best description. Like it's a thick moss. And so you've got to be really careful because it's kind of crunching, but I don't want to hurt it. And wow. Whew. It's very, okay, where are we headed here? Oh, Is this an elevator? Yes, it is, Karen. Whoa. We just entered an elevator. Up. We're moving up, and everything is blue around us. Like this beautiful, oh, what's the color? It's like a purple blue. Like a, not even violet. It's, I'm thinking of the stone that I have, and it's the same color as the stone, but I can't come up with the stone name. But like a blue purple, very light blue purple. We're going through. That's the color that we're going through as we move up. Oh, we just came into the sunlight. Why? Why is there this very strange entrance into this, especially if the dinosaurs could come through it if they wanted to, if it would lift for them, but they're not allowed to come through it. They could. The tunnel would adjust, but they're not allowed. That is why it is built underground. So they cannot penetrate it. And is this place observing them and observing their growth and observing their species? It is. It is an observatory. But why did Silver say that it was a space station? Because it's that as well. Okay, I gotta see more. I'm lost again. Okay, we just came out and we're in the open air again. Wow. Oh my goodness gracious, the view. I can see for hundreds of miles. Hundreds and hundreds of miles. And it's so lush and green and beautiful. Not really jungle. It's more like, what is it like? Maybe what the United States looked like before roads and mowers that mowed lawns kind of thing, but just everything's bigger. But beautiful. Oh, goodness gracious, beautiful. Hello, namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
You're not Commander Zillion? No, I am not. However, I am an associate of his. He's spoken highly of you. I asked to meet you and show you what we are doing here in service to the greater good. So is this one of his bases? No, we are not. However, we have a similar mission. We wish to free our species of enslavement. What does that have to do with dinosaurs? They are one of our species. They are a distant relative of ours. Okay. And everyone, I need to know that I am looking at a red reptilian, red-brown. What's interesting is this being is morphing in and out of red-brown, depending on how the light hits its skin. Commander Zillion is red. Definitely red. I am a hybrid of the two, so your description fits me. I am of the brown and red origin. Can you share your name with us so that we know how to address you appropriately? Yes, I would be happy to. I am Orion. Orion. Orien. It will sum it up very well. Orion. Thank you, Orion. Namaste. I understand your name is Mark, correct?
That is correct. So, what are you giving the dinosaurs, the high light quotient food? And is that having a positive effect on them or not yet?
Guillee is laughing. He warned me you might steal my punchline. Yes. Yes, we are. And that was the mission that we'd like to share with you. So, now that you've figured out the puzzle and the mystery, follow me. Okay. Orion, was it the reptilians who brought the dinosaurs to this dimension to save their species? Yes, it was. Was it you or the Dracos? Did the reptilians do this, or did the Dracos do this as an extension of their DNA? It was a combination. Of course, you know that we've been enslaved to the Dracos for centuries, in your time frame, centuries. So we did it with them initially, but now we are running this observatory and we are monitoring the species here. Okay. And I'm wondering what the intent of the light quotient food energy is. That's what we are going to discuss with you. We are walking as we're talking. And we're going into this beautiful, beautiful observatory area. But it's a glass. Like I'm walking into this beautiful glass doorway structure. And there is a dome over top that's just all glass. And oh, wow. There's information on all the walls. It's like they're computers. And I see them calculating statistics. And there's images coming off of one. There's beings sitting here looking at all of this information. And they are not all reptilian. They're different species of lizards and different beings. Oh, there's some floating through the air. Are these also amphibian beings? Some of these look like they're amphibian. They're in a certain it's as if they have their own field around them that's holding them in a biofilm. That would be accurate, Karen. They are in biofilms. But are they amphibian beings? No, actually they're not. They are different types of lizards, but they need particular biofilms that are different than what the reptilians need. You'll see that in several areas. You'll see like a bubble around somebody. And that is their biofilm that's keeping them in the right stasis of nutrients and moisture and oxygen and hydrogen for their fields, among other chemicals that they need. Okay. Wow. All right, we're walking through that observatory and we're moving into, wow. Oh my goodness gracious. The laboratory area back here is immense. Immense. So the front part of this structure, it's going back hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet. Like, well, how long is this building? It almost feels like it's a good, I'm hearing a mile, but it's thousands upon thousands upon thousands of feet. But then again, remember, we're dealing with reptilian. So any structure they have is going to be at least 15, 20 times the size of a human structure. So think of it that way. This is probably bigger than the Detroit what's it called? Where the airplanes fly in and out. I'm like losing everything right now. I missed a mention. Airport. Okay. So I'm getting a sense of how big it is, but I'm no longer able to see distinctions of anything. And yawning again. So the vibration has shifted, hasn't it, Galilee? Because I'm not able to see in this. Correct. It has shifted. Hang in there. You're going to be able to see once we get into the conference room. Phew. They need people movers. They don't need people movers, Karen. You need a people mover. His one step is like an equivalent of 50 of mine. Yeah. Mark, you have a question?
Gary,
go ahead.
Gary, couldn't you have some type of anthropogravic platform or something for the smaller species like ourselves to travel on, or something else?
That's what we need. And even those little air things. Yes, we could have, but we wanted Karen to see everything. I'm just getting a sense of what's here. I'm not seeing everything at this point. No, that's okay. In actuality, they don't want you to see all of this. So it has been kind of blurred from your vision. Huh. Wow. That doesn't surprise me that can be done either. Okay, so now we're moving into a conference room. I see the conference room. Yes, this will be a vibration that you'll be able to exist in. Okay, and are we the only ones here? Ambassador Cassandra, hello, namaste. Namaste, Karen and Mark. I've been in meetings, so I couldn't greet you. So why couldn't Guillee and I fly right into here? You could have. And we didn't. Why? Because you wouldn't have seen what we wanted you to see about the dinosaurs. It would have been a whole different view to just look at it from here than you walking through the field and experiencing that. So Guillee and I can fly off of here. Yes. You will have the right coordinates to do that. Yay! I mean, it was great to be with Silva, but I'd rather not walk through there again. Okay. All right. So Orion is starting a projector. And there's pictures coming up on the screen. And these are pictures of what are these about? Curry, I need you to help me get my Curry, Willem, Galilee, just take my hand, get me back in this dimension. I'm having a hard time staying in this vibration. So let me get back so that I can see what I'm doing. Okay, thank you guys. I'm seeing pictures now, like a slideshow of what happened with this species. And okay, go ahead, Orion. I'm showing you pictures of our species, the dinosaur species, and how the different beings have been manipulated and genetically altered and put in different places around the galaxy. Is it only this galaxy or all other galaxies? All of them in this universe. Okay. And there's more things, and Orion, did they just play with the DNA codes? Oh, it looks like these beings have been morphed and manipulated like crazy. For experimental purposes? Yes. Yes. Some of these beings were created as weapons. Some of these beings were created as food sources. Some of these beings were created as pets. Some of these species evolved. Natural genetic mutation. Okay. Are all of these species now here in this dimension? Yes, they are. So you're observing their ability to survive and work together? Yes. We're creating a natural flow in this species so that they don't become extinct. Is there a place and a purpose for all of these species now? In certain worlds, yes. Not all worlds. Okay. And that's really one of the statements that we want to make today. Your planet has been taught so much that this is right and that's wrong. This is good and that's evil. What you don't understand is that there are so many balances and so many infinite potentials and so many possibilities to create from. Yeah, some of these beings were created just for the fun of it, and they can't thrive, they can't survive, they can't procreate. And we would agree that that's cruel. That's evil. But other beings have thrived and become a very useful environmental source. Okay. The same has happened on your planet. There are species that no longer need to be on your planet. They could thrive somewhere else, but not on Earth any longer. There's no real purpose for them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm
Can you
thinking
give us some
about
examples of that, please?
Karen's been given the image. She's been seeing the image of alligators and crocodiles. They have had a particular purpose, but they are a species that there is not really, they don't serve a greater good at this point. And unfortunately, you've had some other major animals, like your lions. There is a place for them on the plains. But you've gotten your system so out of balance with nature that you have animals that don't have natural predators anymore, and they're getting overrun, like the crocodile, the alligator. You have your sea serpents, many, many, many beings in your oceans that really have no place or purpose, but they're also interdimensional. They're coming in from other dimensions because there have been beings on your planet that have been irresponsible, and they've created portals, doorways. They've opened them to species that don't belong on your planet, that cause a great imbalance on the planet, not a balance. And that's been a problem. Our species of dinosaurs and raptors have been used for harmful purposes, and we wish to see that end. We wish to see everything blending and flowing together. And that, Mark, is why we brought the light quotient food energy to this planet. We are vibrating it into the water at this point, which affects every species. We wanted to go slow, not do it into the air. So we've done it into the water so that every species is getting the vibration of the light quotient ascension energy. It's been working very well. Here's a picture that we can show you. So it's a carnivore dinosaur sitting and eating next to one of the herbivores, like silver. They're starting to peacefully coexist and not attack one another because they can. There are dinosaur species, I guess you should say, that could easily kill all the others. But we're finding a balance, a nice harmony between the species, putting this in the water, putting the energy in the water.
So basically, you are changing the carnivore need so they can coexist and don't have the same drive to consume the others.
Yes, that is correct, Mark. What happens when all beings stop eating other beings? What happens with all of those animals that aren't going to die? Are we going to be able to have a balance on land with that? Yes, you will. Because you'll have other ways that animals die. And you won't have the manipulation, the genetic manipulation and the farming industry on your planet that currently inseminate animals over and over and over and over and over. The natural process will be a little less, have less results. Have less results. Huh. Okay.
So there are plans to completely transform the agricultural industry on the surface of our planet then. And there will be educational process moving forward for that, and to even help humans, surface humans, so they no longer have the need to consume meat as well, which is, of course, the best option moving forward.
That's a kind of long way off for surface humans. A lot would have to drastically change for that to happen. However, you are in the flow of that. The higher you go into 5D, the less meat you will need to consume. You will move more into a plant-based, like Inner Earth, curry species stuff. You will live off the plants and the plant energy. That is coming. Oh, excuse me. That is coming on your planet, everyone. Not yet, but it is something that's evolving to be. And it may need to be forced if your food supplies continues to be manipulated with. Okay. Yeah. What about all the destruction that's happening on our planet? Can anybody speak to that? There's been so many catastrophes that just don't seem kosher, especially when you see where all these catastrophes are happening. They're all in areas that stood up to the men behind the curtains, so to speak. What can you tell us about that? Yes, there is a lot of harm coming to everything right now. And more and more people are questioning what's going on. More and more people are starting to realize things are not kosher. They are not what has been promised. They are not in the good of the people. And you will start to evolve. But think about it. The more that you get into a fifth dimensional thinking and existence, the more that the less that you will need to eat meat. Meat is a 3D concept. So as you evolve, you will start feeling full and nourished by light instead of animal flesh. You're not there because your DNA also has to awaken to have that happen. What you couldn't see earlier, Karen, here's a slide I can show you. Okay, this is a lab. And what you can see in this lab, they are working on the DNA structures of the dinosaurs. And those that have received the kosher food, ascension energy, versus those that have just been following the traditional scientific path. And you can see the results are huge for the dinosaurs that we have been gracing with the ascension energy. They have been much healthier and have not attacked other species. So we are getting incredibly great results here as well. I understand that there have been great results in many of the locations that this kosher food has been used. We are so thrilled that Ambassador Cassander and Commander Zillion has brought this to us, that we could test it out here. I can also tell you we're using it for the workers on this base. They get to choose it. They don't have to, but they get to choose it. And most of them are choosing it at this point. They are really enjoying what it has done for their vibration and their potential possibilities of growth as an ascended being. Think about it this way, too. It also takes us out of a victim stance. When we empower ourselves with that energy, we are no longer controllable. That's the key for Earth as well. When you empower yourself with the energy of light and love and ascension, when you bring that forth into your field, you will feel a shift in your vibration, and you will be vibrating outside of the controllable space. As you know, fear is controllable. So the more they keep you in fear, the more you feel enlightened about planets like ours, which actually dimensions like ours is the real bottom line. And know that we are doing this work and we are expanding our consciousness, and that's going to help everyone expand. And it's going to be a ripple effect. The more that this situation happens where there's an expansion from the ascension energy and the more locations that the Andromeda Council and Commander Zillion have brought to this energy source, the greater the potential that everyone in this universe has. It's huge. There's a lot of great work going on. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, and, something which I've been seeing at some point when time is right is the agricultural biodomes that will be brought here that Commander Zillion has been working on, and others, for our surface, and then the communities that will be designed and implemented to support them and the educational process and some of the other things that can be done in those communities to work with and educate the rest of the planet, as well as the distribution of what is grown in these biodomes, which will be, of course, global, not just in one location, but all over the world. Can you give us an update on that at all, or not yet?
What I could share with you is that he's pulling up a different slide. And this is our biodome. This is where we create energetic sources for all beings. All beings in this dimension, anyway. Yeah, there's a huge biodome off to the side from where we are sitting now. I'm seeing on this map. Now, are you asking me to give you clarity on what's happening on Earth? Because that I cannot do for you.
All right, well, can you share with us how these biodomes are used and the communities that the species in the area where the biodomes are that help to maintain it and distribute what is within it to the other inhabitants in the area?
Well, right now, we are just, that's logistics, and that's we are in the process of creating, like we said, we put the ascension energy into the water because all beings will get that. These biodomes are used because we are experimenting with adding it to food sources for the other beings on the planet. Eventually what we'll do is we'll put it out into the plants and things on that nature as well to get that energy and information out. As far as the surface of Earth goes, I believe they've got you. I'm going to let Guillee answer that. I think that that's a better way to go. Mark, as we said before, we cannot bring it onto the planet Earth because of the men behind the curtains and financial greed. It's not possible to do that right now with the financial, legal struggles that are going on the planet. But, as always, you can bring in the energy through your intent to the water, soil, air, and create it that way. The biodomes are another story. There are built to such strongholds of men behind the curtains that want to destroy the food sources. You're seeing 100 food manufacturing plants burned or blown up. Yeah. They want to destroy it. So right now there is no system in place as far as a safe system that wouldn't get shut off by the electric grid that you can even begin to have the kind of benefits that you would get from the dome area, the plant dome area. So that's what there is to be aware of. Right now, you're still working with the just the basics of evolution and working with the vibration of the quotient food energy, that ascension energy. Just pull that in through the water, soil, air. Just pull that intent in, and that's where you'll go with it. Okay, so what else do we need to know? I am really fading in this space. I'm not able to really hold my field here much longer. I'm not sure why. And it's a different dimension. You're out of sync with your emanation field from Earth right now. That's why you're having such a hard time. Okay, thanks.
All right. Well, then I do have one important question. Is the deliberate poisoning of our atmosphere in document with what has been done with the train derailments and the poisoning of the air to spread the toxin, and what is being done to counter that, and what needs to be educated to those listeners of what's being done and what we can do regarding that.
Yes, that was a strong question we felt from Karen as well. What's going on the planet right now? All the catastrophes, all of the destruction, all of the harm that's being done. Who's answering this? Is this Guillee or is this Orion? Ambassador Cassandra, yes, please, thank you. Share with us what's going on with that. So, Karen, you were wise to invite the inner earth beings in to pray with you and meditate with you and create an intent around that. It has been quite shocking, and yet we were forewarned that the elite on your planet were going to do this. They are not going down easily. So much headway was gained, and now they're just literally sticking their heels in the soil to keep them from sliding forward. You have all heard stories about how Reiki and mass meditation prayer can change polluted water to healthy water. You're familiar with Dr. Emoto's work with the water molecules and how if you speak certain words into it, you're going to get the result, a very dark energy result. If you speak positive, loving thoughts to it, you're going to get a very healthy, vibrant plant. So once again, we want to remind you of the power of your intent and the power of your word and the power of your speaking. Every single day, say a prayer that everything is transmuted to light and love on your planet. Everything. Be really adamant about it. Be really careful. Don't let it slide because you don't think you need to say it. No. Make sure you do something to have it, to send love and light, to change the molecular structure. There's been many examples of people who meditate around poisoned water, only to find that after they meditate and they sent it prayer and they sent it all the love that they could send it, the water shifted to pure. You're much stronger beings than you have ever been made aware of. So please use that analogy. Pray over it. Pray. There's nothing wrong with that and everything right about it.
All right. Now, we know that our planet needs to go through some geological changes, but as you know, they are pushing the fear-based factor with that, and earthquakes and so on and so forth that are imminent from what many are saying. So can you give us an update on that aspect of it? Because many people are focused on that as well.
As people wake up, as people, like these catastrophes are making people question. There's just no two ways about it. Sadly, your planet's going to wake up with catastrophes happening around it, and that's causing them to question things, especially when the government won't step in and help, especially when it's being kept from people knowing about it. That is going to change the structure of this. And you're going to see that as that happens, more and more people are going to shift their, what's the right word? Their preset thinking, their standard way of thinking. For too long, people in America have trusted the government to take care of them. That majority has to shift to, no, they're not taking care of us. Now, if you're looking for the kind of majority that is, where are you at in that process? Again, it's something that keeps morphing. Something good happens, people get comfortable. Something bad happens, people get uncomfortable. You're around a 40 to 60 range of those that are waking up. It's more like 60% of those that are just starting to wake up versus the 40% who are awake. But you're getting closer and closer to a 50, and soon it will flip-flop. So stick with that. and know that okay. Is there anything else we need to know today? I'm really I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm having a really hard time staying in this environment. There's a really different energy here. Again, Karen, it's because you're rooted to Earth and you're not in Earth right now. Okay. Okay. All right. Orion, is there anything else that we need to know about what's going on? In a follow-up to the question Mark just asked, yes, there is. You asked what's happening with the amount of people on the surface who are shifting their focus and shifting their energy. What we wanted you all to know is what's happening here. There's been a huge shift. These beings are not attacking each other as much as they were. We are vibrating this energy out. Now remember, everything's molecular. This is dimension within your dimension, but that also radiates out. And you do have the alligators, the crocodiles are dinosaurs. They are part of our species. So as we evolve, that will genetically transfer to the beings on Earth as well. That's what you need to know. There are events and situations and opportunities happening in other dimensions as well as other planets. Because you've been shown a lot on other planets. You haven't been shown a lot in other dimensions. I think really it's only the Elf Kingdom that you've seen. Now you're getting to see that even in this dimension, the dimension of the dinosaurs, of our genetic species, we are shifting. And that will ripple. It will ripple. Remember, you've been taught about the 100th monkey effect. We are working on that here, which will flow over there. Commander Zillion's working with it in all his bases. He's working with all the different species, which is how it flowed to us. It's going to continue to evolve. So we wanted to give you the much broader perspective of the ascension shifts that are happening in this universe, in the universe. And this will affect Earth. We know there's a lot going on. You are really needing to step up and know your ability to work with light right now. You've got to start focusing on shifting the light energy, the molecular energy on your planet. You have an amazing opportunity right now. Do yourself a favor and every day just bless and send love to the water in these areas and the soil and the land and the air. You have to keep sending the molecular energy, the vibratory field of intent to those locations. The same as Dr. Emoto showed you. Use pictures. Put love across the pictures of the areas that have been harmed. Pray. Get the intent. I know that you have been asked to invite in the meditative groups in the Andromeda Council and the Inner Earth. Pull them in to help you. Because the beings in control of your planet are not going down easily. We are working from this perspective that any beings that are controlling and manipulating Earth that do have reptilian DNA, they will be affected by our work, that what we're doing. They will be affected by the work that Commander Zillion is doing. There's the power. There's the focus. Know that you have outside help, but we cannot do it all for you. You have got to shift humanity's consciousness, and you've got to start focusing on the very things that Mark has asked about. Food resources, food systems, domes that you can create food within for mass ability or local ability. Keep working on shifting your frequency. Get into a high vibration. Do your meditations and send those energies. Karen, I understand you did a recording yesterday with a group that you bring forth, and that this information was very powerful about how to step into and create a higher vibratory field for yourselves that then echoes out on the planet. And from that space, you can send love out. You can create a molecular shift around you and for the planet. You can literally affect the world when you do that. You've seen the meditative groups in Inner Earth. You've seen the meditative groups at the Andromeda Council. Create the mass meditation effect for yourselves. That is how you can shift this. You don't literally have to physically go to these areas of pollution. You can focus on it. Yes, maybe get a picture. Put your hand on it. Send that energy. Just vibrate the energy out to that field. Take a picture. Put love all over it, which intends for that love energy to go to that location. You live in a quantum field of molecules. It is time for humanity to learn how to work with molecular co-creation. It is time. You have an ascended master walk your planet by the name of Jesus. What did he do? He shifted molecules. He was an alchemist. He knew how to shift molecules and change the vibration of them. This too you can do. Know that. This too you can do. That is our message for today. I believe Karen will need to leave this field now and get back to Earth. Thank you, Orion. It's been an absolute delight and joy to meet you. Thank you for this amazing information and opportunity to see this dimension.
Thank you, Orion. It's been a pleasure meeting with you, and I'm sure we will speak again when the time is right. Namaste.
Namaste to the two of you, and namaste to my Andromeda Council friends. I look forward to working with you more in the future. We can take our leave now. And he is leaving the conference room. Galilee, Carrie, and Ambassador, is there anything else that you need us to know before we depart? before we end this call. Orion said it the best. You are being given, I'm hearing the word demanded, demanding. What's the proper word, Ambassador? We're being demanded to do this, or it's urgent that you do this. It's urgent that all of you learn who you are and what you're capable of, that you are a light source that is capable of shifting molecular movement and creation. You all have the ability to do this. It is greatly needed on your planet right now. Work with us. We can assist. We can't say it enough. We will continue to remind you as more and more people realize they can step into this co-creative alchemy of manifesting the world you want on your planet. It's time. Time is of the essence right now. And that's what we need you to know. Thank you, Ambassador Cassandra. Thank you for this. All right. Are you going to show me where I can meet with Guillee? Yes. And wait, where are the other dragons at? What happened with them? They are holding the connection for you. They're triangulating you, Karen. You and Guillee. They're triangulating you with Earth and that field so that you would be able to stay in this dimension. Wow. That is so fascinating. Hard to wrap my brain around. Mark, that probably makes a lot more sense to you than it does to me.
Yes, I have brought it up before in the past, but you and I can talk about it more later. We don't have to do it right now.
Okay. All right. Everyone, thank you so much. Thank you to all my amazing team here from the Andromeda Council. It's such an honor to work with you, and I know Mark feels the same. We are honored. We feel blessed. The people listening feel blessed to have this information and know what's happening out there in other dimensions around us. It has been quite an amazing experience to ride and feel a dinosaur. I always wondered what that would be like when I was a little girl watching Flintstones. Yeah, so this is really fun. This is very fun. And we thank all the listeners. You can find information about Mark in the show notes. My information's at my website. Please do listen to the Wise Ones message that I will be posting for February. It is a beautiful message about how to love you and how that vibration will help to heal the world. So it fits hand in hand with this message that we got today. And please join us in the meditations, the mass meditations that we're doing, the mass meditation technique, which was also recorded again yesterday with the Wise Ones message. There is, we need to work together, guys. We so desperately need to work together to co-create the world we want. We need to build our 5D world right now.
Yeah, and the Wise Ones had a beautiful message on the New Year's as well.
Yes, Mark, thank you for reminding them of that. I will start to do monthly recordings with the Wise Ones, as well as the monthly recordings with the Andromeda Council. so that all of you can get information from two different points of reference and two different loving and loving beings, points of reference. Not sure how else to say that. Sources, two loving sources. So, all right, everyone. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Share the information with others, especially the wise ones. That's maybe more acceptable to all people. But the more that we can get this information out there, the more people joining us in this opportunity and shifting the world, the better. Much, much better. We need as many people in our light source world, our warrior world, as possible right now. So, thank you all for listening. We will be back again next month, and let's just be together and say, we send love and light out to all of the areas that have been so greatly traumatized by massive destructive events. And we project love and light. We take all the energy that is here in this dimension from the Council, from Inner Earth, from the Andromeda Council. We send that massive love out to all of these areas to shift the vibration, to lift it into love and light, to heal the energy and the molecular frequency. And we do that on 1, 2, 3. Mark, join me. No. Namaste, amen, aho. And so
And
it is.
so it is so, and so much more.
Goodbye for now, everyone. Thank you so much. Blessings to all.